Next, we are going to do some graph sketching. And in order to sketch these graphs, we're going to have to find the horizontal asymptote, vertical asymptote, if there are any horizontal vertical asymptotes, the x-intercept, and the y-intercept. So to find the horizontal asymptote, we're going to look at the exponents. And since this is x to the 1 and this is x to the 2, it's higher in the bottom. So we know that the range would be y doesn't equal 0. So that means the horizontal asymptote is y equals 0. Now the vertical asymptote, we're going to do it just like we found the domain. So we're going to set the bottom equal to 0. So x squared minus 4 equals 0. X squared equals 4. X equals plus and minus 2. So for the vertical asymptote, it's going to be x equals plus and minus 2. Now for the x-intercept, we are going to make y 0 and solve. So 0 equals x over x squared minus 4. So now 0 equals x. So the x-intercept is x, and x equals 0. So now for the y-intercept, we're going to make x 0. So y equals 0 over 0 minus 4. And you're going to get y equals 0. So your y-intercept is y 0. So now to sketch the graph, you have a horizontal asymptote of y equals 0. And you have vertical asymptotes at plus and minus 2. And now, x-intercept, y-intercept, it's going to be at your origin. And now to tell where the parts of the graph are going to go, you have to test points. So first we'll test 1 to see if it's above or below the x-axis here. If you plug in 1, you're going to get 1 over 1 squared minus 4. So you're going to get a negative y. So that means it's going to be below down here. If you plug in negative 1, you'll get negative 1 over 1 minus 4. So then you'll get a positive number. So it's going to go like this. Now, over here we're going to test 3. So now you're going to get 3 over 3 squared, which is 9 minus 4. You're going to get a positive number. So the graph is going to be in the positive section. If you plug in negative 3, you get negative 3 over negative 3 squared, which is 9 minus 4. You get a negative number. So the graph will be down there. Now for this one, we're going to have to start off by putting it into y equals form. So you start off by just taking out the y, making it y times x squared minus 1 equals 4x minus 1. Bring over the 4, the 1, take out the y. And now we're just going to divide and get y equals 4x minus 1 over x squared minus 1. So now we're going to start with the horizontal asymptote. See that the exponent on the bottom is bigger, so your horizontal asymptote is going to be at y equals 0. Vertical asymptote is at the bottom equals 0. X squared minus 1 equals 0. X squared equals 1. So then it's going to be x equals plus and minus 1. These are vertical asymptotes. Now your y-intercept, x-intercept, make y 0. So 0 equals 4x minus 1 over x squared minus 1. So you get 0 equals 4x minus 1. Add the 1. You get 1 equals 4x. X equals 1 over 4. So your x-intercept is at x equals 1 over 4. At 1 over 4. And now your y-intercept, so when x is 0, so y equals 4 times 0 minus 1 over 0 squared minus 1. So you get negative 1 over negative 1. So your y-intercept is at y equals 1. So here you draw in your y-intercept, you draw in your horizontal asymptote, draw in your vertical asymptotes, your x-intercept at 1/4, your y-intercept at 1. And now you're going to see that this graph is going to go that way at first. And then you're going to test the points. So at a half, it's going to be 2 minus 1 over a half squared is going to be 0.25 minus 1. So that's going to be negative. It's going to go down. And then negative a half is going to do the opposite. It's going to go up. Now you're going to test a point like 2. You're going to get 8 minus 1 over 4 minus 1, which is going to be positive. It's going to be here. And then negative 2, which is going to be the opposite. Negative 8 minus 1 over negative 2 squared, which is 4 minus 1. You're going to get negative. Your graph will